Hi, I'm Will, and this is my friend Mauricio, and I'm going to be teaching him how to make a top-down rogue-style shooter game. Here it is. We're able to move around with the WASD keys, and the zombie comes up, and we shoot it. If it hits us, then we're dead. Mauricio, if you wouldn't mind sharing your screen, we'll jump right into it. Just search for Unity download. I think you'll find it.
Is it this one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Alright. Choose your Unity.
So we're actually going to do download Unity Hub.
Alright.
Cool. So Unity Hub is like the basis in which you download different versions of Unity. And then where you'll notice all your projects are listed in Unity Hub. It's kind of the hub, I guess. That's what they're going for. There it is. All right. We're here. So we'll click on this little guy. I don't know why we jumped right into preferences. It was really weird. Here is where you're going to have all your projects listed, and this are some other links that I'd never use. But here in the installs, this is where you're going to install the version of Unity that you want. So we click the add button. We'll do the recommended release. That's fine. So we'll just hit the next button.
Alright.
Cool. And then let's also, we want that. We want Microsoft Visual Studio. So this might take a little while to download. If you scroll down, we want to click on WebGL build support. That's the one that I use to have it on that website that's hosted. So we'll just hit the next button. There it is. So that little blue bar, you'll see that going across the top.
A couple days ago, me and one of my friends were talking about coding, and we were like, it's awful. I'm like, it's so painful to code. Like literally. Like I don't know how people do it, but in my opinion, it's really painful.
Okay. Well, maybe this will help. Who knows? That's what it did for me. Because I don't know, there's something different. Like when you click the button and it works and it's, and the little guy runs around when you push the keys and you shoot the zombie. And I don't know, there's something super satisfying about it. And
That it actually works.
yeah. So now we've got our installs complete. And these are our tabs on the left. So if you click on projects, there you go. Yeah, these will be the different projects that we're going to be creating. So we'll click the blue new button. Sweet. Now you can switch between 2D and 3D. It really doesn't matter because we can change all of that when we're inside of the app. So click on new Unity project and we'll change the name to Zombie Survival or Zombie Slayer. I don't know. Survival.
Right.
I like it. Okay, cool.
Survival. Wow.
I'll hit create.
All right.
And it will do its magic. Error launching edit. License invalid. Wow, I've never seen that before. Cool. Okay, maybe that's why it brought us to the preferences first. What is going on? I've never seen that. Well, we'll figure it out. So let's hit the gear up in the top right. You need to be logged in to manage your license. Let's just try to log in, I guess.
I can just make a quick one.
Cool. So scroll down and allow that thing. You'll see the blue button. There you go.
Don't mind the kangaroo as my profile picture.
That's a adorable kangaroo. I've seen.
That's a strong kangaroo. What do you mean?
He's got those traps. Look at those things. Just You know,
All right.
kind of like me. No license. Okay, activate new license. Personal, yeah.
I
I
use Unity professional capacity.
You do not.
Okay.
All right, cool. So then, so now let's click the yeah. There you go. You got it.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, figured it out. Look at us go. Ha! We're ready to code stuff. Okay, so
Should I make a big screen?
yeah, that'd be awesome. All right, I'm so excited. We did it. So I'll explain the different components really quick. So right now we're looking at the scene view. This is what you as the developer, this is what you see. If we switch this tab from scene to game, this is what the player sees, which is an open world of nothingness.
Imagination.
Yeah, that's what goes in here. Imagination. It goes right in here. This is the camera, and notice when I click on it, it's this, and then if I click on the light, it's that. So this here, the hierarchy is what they call this one. It's everything that's in this listed in here in the scene tab. And so as you add stuff in here, it's going to show up here. This is the project tab. This is where you have, this is like a directory. You know, just like when you scroll around through Windows, you got all the different stuff. It's inside of here. If we want it in the scene, we're gonna drag and drop it into here. And a scene can be thought of as like a level or a menu. It's a I don't know. It's a place, you know.
Yeah.
Like when you start a screen and it's, you know, you've got like start, settings. That's a scene, and then when you hit start and it brings you to level 1, then that's also a different scene. So our scene is inside of the scenes tab, and it says sample scene, and that's the same one that we got here. And then when we click on something, all the different settings for it over here. And those settings, it looks a lot, but for right now, we don't really want to mess around too much with the camera. We're going to change its angle and stuff, but for all this stuff, we don't need any of that. So we can just collapse it. It's still there. And what these 3 things are, we've got 1, 2, and then this one, 3. These are called components. And every object, it's like this camera, it's got 3 components inside of it. And every single object will always have a transform. That tells where it is. It's got an X, Y, and a Z. So, you know, if we were to take this, we click and hold right here, and we scroll upwards, it kind of moves over. And notice how it's moving to the left and the right? Like this red arrow, that'd be the same thing as clicking this and moving it here. It's what we have here, this X. And then this is the Z, so it's that way, which is just what this is looking at here, and then we've got the Y. And when I'm moving this one down, it's changing it over here. So this tells where it is in the world space. So yeah, that's Unity right there. So the first thing we'll do, let's make like a ground. So I'll let you take control again of your mouse, and we'll right click in the hierarchy. So that's that like the left panel in any of the open empty space. So it's like right over here.
Okay.
Yeah, so right click over there, and then we'll go to 3D object, and we'll click plane. Awesome. There it is. There's our ground. And let's make it a bit bigger. So we're going to go to the transform over in the top right. And yeah, there you go in the inspector. Just a little bit down. A little more down. There you go, transform. So that tells where it is in the world space. Yeah, so if you click on transform to like expand it, there you go. We'll click on the scale and we'll change the X. So just a little bit down, that's the position. So we want the scale, which is one more down. There you go. Yeah, so we'll make that 5 by 5 by 5, I think. Should be good. And you'll see it's going to make this plane a lot bigger.
Okay, so 5 by 5 by 5.
Yeah, you got it.
Do I type that in?
Mm-hmm.
5.
So it got super
Do I
long
put
now.
X? Do I put X? Or...
No, that's it. Yeah, you can hit the tab to go from X to Y. There you go. And then if you hit tab and then... There you go. Yeah, so now it's really big. And our little dude's going to be right in the center. So let's go get a dude. Let's get a soldier. So we'll go to your browser and we'll look for Unity Asset Store. So wherever your browser's at, let's search for Unity and then Asset Store. Yeah, you actually got it right there. Thanks, Bing. So yeah, we'll click that one. That's what we want. So this is like, people make these things, and for our circumstance, we're going to download 4 different assets, but for right now, we'll just get one. And it's just a soldier that moves around and has animations, and I don't know why I went like this. He's not a spider. He's like, anyway. So somebody developed this, and they have it for free, and we can just download it, which is super cool. So in the search bar, it says search for assets. Yeah, it's type in Toon, like Toon, Toon Soldier. And Soldier's, it's kind of weird how it's spelled, but it's SOLD. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's the guy. Whoa, $25? That's not the right one. Click on, yeah, so just get out of this search mode. And then, yeah, there you go. Perfect. Trust me, it's free. Yeah, you got it. And then click on the free asset. There's a button down there. There you go. Bam. Awesome. Look at that first one there. Oh, dude, a World War II one? That one's kind of cool. Do you want to? Okay, we'll just, you can, whatever one you want. It's fine.
Here. Don't I already have one?
Yeah, so hit that Gmail button. Yeah, maybe that'll do it for us. Yeah.
I have hella YouTube accounts. Holy crap.
Yeah, you do.
It's because I get YouTube Premium.
Oh, you do? All right.
Yeah.
Oh, and you keep renewing it with it.
Yeah.
I like
This
your
is like
style.
my third time. This is like my third time renewing it.
Cool.
Okay.
So we're gonna add to assets. Yeah. Dude, that World War II one's kind of cool. I don't know. There's something about Nazi zombies that like. So we'll click open in Unity. Actually, yeah, there you go, and it'll link us straight there, which is super cool. So a lot of stuff going on here. This is the package manager.
Okay.
So from here, we'll just click the download button, and it's kind of hard to see. So I'll show you here.
All right.
There we go. It's right there.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's super hard to see.
I probably would have seen it if it was in the middle, but
I'm also, you're under pressure because you're being recorded and I'm staring at your screen, so there's that too. But yeah, go ahead and click on it.
it's fine.
This is safe to download. One of the things that I notice about it is it's really small. So I like the fact it's 700 kilobytes. That's a great indicator for me. So you just hit
There.
that download button, and then we'll import it once you download it. You'll see the import button. Yeah, so click on that. And then import again. Yeah, you got it. Cool. And then you can close this package manager. Yeah, you can close it out. And then this one, maximize this guy. In the project panel, so the one on the bottom, if you click on Toon Soldiers _demo, yeah, cool. That's the folder. So now we'll click on models. Might need to double click it. There we go. Yeah, that's the guy. So we're going to click and hold and bring him up into the hierarchy. Yeah, or that works too. Awesome. So the first thing I want to do is zero him out. So notice his transform is super weird. His position is 0.15 on the X. So just make it 0, 0, 0 for his position. Yeah, there you go. Just a little bit higher. Yeah, right there. Bam. Zero that guy out and hit tab, and that puts him right smack dab in the center. Cool. And you did it. You got your first asset working. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to add a new component to it. And
All right.
it looks like you got 10 more minutes, so I'll use all 10 of them. If you click on Toon Soldier Demo up in your... Yeah, there you go. And then we'll click Add Component on the right-hand side. And then search for Character Controller. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Sweet. That's it. And let's add a new script. Actually, you know what? Let's not, because we only have 10 minutes. So, no, I'm gonna do it. We'll click Add Component. Again, type in like player. So player. It's not going to be there. So you can click new script now, actually. Yeah, that's what we want to do. So we're going to name it the new script. Yeah, there you go. Player. And I'd type in the word script if I were you too. And the only reason I'm specifying that is, and no space. Sorry to be a pain. But the
Don't worry.
This is going to help you out as we start building on this game and you get a lot of scripts. This will help you know and keep track of what you're doing. So we'll click create and add. And this is where we're actually going to code. And so what we're doing right now is we're going to write the code. And it's attached to the soldier because we put it in the inspector. I don't know why I'm pointing. You can't see what my finger's pointing at. So there you go. Animation. And you know what? I'm sorry. Go up one. Toon Soldier's demo. Where is the controller? Yeah, there you go. We'll go up to assets. Yeah, there you go. And then right click in right there. Yeah, right where we're at. Just in the empty space right there, yeah, in the project. Yep, that's it. And then let's go to create. And then we're going to do animator controller. It's kind of right in the middle. Yeah, keep going down. Right there. Yeah, animator controller. Perfect. Sweet. Now let's, before we move on, let's attach it to our player. So if you click on the soldier demo in your project, so like way up in the top. Yeah, there you go. So that's your specific soldier that you have. We should rename this guy. Let's rename him. So
Jeff.
You do that right there. You change. Right. Yeah, you do it.
Yeah, Jeff.
He does look like a Jeff.
Okay. There.
All right, cool. So we'll click on Jeff. And then now we are going to... So if you... Sorry to have you go back and forth. I'm going to actually do this one just to save you the trouble. So if we click on assets here and then we click on Jeff, we can then take this player controller and drag it into that. So what that does is it connects that with Jeff specifically, because like this one here, this is still Toon Soldiers. This is almost like a mold, like a factory, you know, like we can put a bunch of these in here and make like a Jeff or a Dan or a Frank, you know, but right now we've just got like just Toon Soldiers. And so this is kind of like the mold, and we can pop as many as we want in there. But for Jeff, we created this animation controller. And what that does is if we go, I'm going to just do this just because it's a little easier. If we click on this guy and we add a tab and we go to anime, it's not what I want. Where's Animator? I want Animator. Let's double click on this, see what we get. Okay, well that got us there. Animator. So this is we're now inside of the animation controller. So what that means is that if we go to animation and we pick the ones we want, we're going to just do idle first. Just drop it in there. So from here, what this means is that this is the animation controller that we have for Jeff. So when we start the game, it's just going to jump right into, it's going to look at Jeff because it's in the scene. It's going to say, you have this animation controller, player animation controller, and then it's going to start and go straight into idle. So now we can hit the play button, and it'll get a little darker, and it defaults to what the viewer sees. And you can see him kind of like, he's kind of like moving around a little bit in his idle state. And if we switch back to the developer's perspective and kind of zoom in a bit, and I'm going to do like a center click, and I can drag and get a little closer to him, but there he is. We can kind of see him bobbing around doing his idle. He doesn't really do anything yet, but right now right here we started, and then it's the first thing that we get to. This is the default animation. It's just repeating that idle over and over again. And when the game starts, it looks at Jeff and it looks at all these components. It looks at the animator and says, you want this one. It links it to this animator. And in the character controller, what that one is, why we added it, it's this like weird green bars. We'll want to center it later, so like something like that, but we can always do that later. But for right now, that's a good place to pause for right now. We've got a working soldier that just kind of stands there. This is the character controller, so I'm gonna center it here. This is the center, so we can move it. If we clicked on this, we can move it to the left or to the right, which we don't want to do. I don't think I have access to your keyboard. Oh, I do. And then we move this to 1. Oh yeah, I just changed it earlier. Anyway, now it's in the center. We can change the diameter if we wanted to. It's not really touching his head, so if we wanted to, we can like make it a little bit bigger, something like this. But now it's too big. Anyway, you get the idea. You can mess around with it, kind of get that middle spot. But now he's kind of all centered up, and yeah, there's Jeff. And then if you notice that when you hit the play button, that's kind of the mode that the player is going to have, and everything here kind of gets dark. That kind of lets you know that you're in that mode. One of the weird things I want to point out is that if you change anything here, you notice he sinks to the floor. If you change anything there while it's in the play mode, if you go back to the editing mode, it goes back to where you had it. So remember, I put that one to 5, and then now when I unplay, it goes back to 1.25. Kind of a safe place where you can edit things around, and then you're not going to permanently make any changes. Cool. So let's save it. And you just go to File, Save, and so that way we know that our work is there. It's it. You did it.